Today is about the return of the King Seiko VANAC, which Seiko has pulled straight out of the 70s and turned into something wild and sharp again. This is the King Seiko VANAC limited edition SLA089. It takes that funky faceted case shape from the original VANAC era, adds a brand new 8L45 movement that's basically a Grand Seiko engine, and then drops in a golden brown dial inspired by the sunrise over the Tokyo horizon. You get horizontal grooves, a raised ring with a V-shaped marker at the 12, and a second hand with a matching V-tail. So it really leans into the whole VANAC theme. It's bold, it's shiny, and it's limited to just 700 pieces worldwide. So let's find out if this will be the King Seiko that will persuade you to give King Seiko a chance. Welcome everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel, where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland, and it's where you go when you're in the know. And if you can't make it to our store, check out our cutting-edge, user-friendly website, littletreasury.com, which is linked to our inventory in real time. All watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see our website or see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed the Seiko ProSpec Speed Timer SPB515, which is a compact everyday sports watch with a racing dial and a really fun inner countdown ring that you can actually use. I highly recommend checking this one out if you're after a smaller steel sports piece that still has a playful timing element built in. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my Grand Seiko SBGA 211 Snowflake, which is Grand Seiko's true icon and will always be a top-tier white dial piece to add to anyone's collection. And a great choice for a first Grand Seiko model since it embodies all of the best aspects with its sophisticated dial, spring drive movement, titanium construction, and of course an open case back. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The King Seiko SLA089 has a 40.6mm case width, a 14.7mm thickness, a 45.3mm lug-to-lug, a 17.3mm proprietary lug width, a 33.7mm crystal diameter, and it weighs in at a whopping 192.14 grams. The case is made out of stainless steel and is very angular to mirror the style of the original 1972 VANAC. It has a flat area around the crystal of brushed finish, and more brushed finish on the top and bottom center facets, with high polished finish on the left and right sides, in addition to a facet on the side of the case, with more brushed finish below that. The crown can be found at the 3 position and is screwed down and has the King Seiko refreshed logo at the tip. The crystal is box style and is made out of sapphire. It sits significantly above the case, which will help protect this piece from scratches. The dial is in gold tone and has a horizontal stripe pattern, which is meant to evoke the endless Tokyo horizon. The markers are located in a dedicated elevated ring with gold edges, which also has engraved minute ticks, and the markers are in white, with a gold-toned area around the 12 o'clock marker, which is significantly larger and more pronounced. Seiko is applied in gold tone at the top middle portion of the dial. The hour and minute hands are baton style and are in gold tone, with a simple pointer second hand in gold tone with a V at the rear, which stands for, you guessed it, VANAC. King Seiko Automatic 3 days can be found at the bottom middle portion of the dial. Loom can be found on all of the dial markers and on the hour, minute, and second hands. The case is open and you can see the all-new 8L45 caliber inside, which has been decorated very nicely. The King Seiko Shield logo can be found in the center of the crystal. The movement is the high-torque 8L45 caliber, which has been assembled at the Shizuku-ishi Watch Studio, which is where they make Grand Seiko pieces. This movement has been based on the Grand Seiko Caliber 9S, but has slightly different specs, being it beats at 28,800 beats per hour and has a 72-hour power reserve. It is accurate to be between losing 5 and gaining 10 seconds per day, and is Seiko's flagship movement. Significantly upgraded from the 8L35's 50 hours and losing 10 to gaining 15 seconds per day. The bracelet is an all-new design, which is a combination of high polish and brush finishing in a very artistic 3 pieces going horizontally and 2 going vertically on each link. It has a butterfly style clasp with King Seiko in the center. The King Seiko VANAC SLA089 is 100 meter water resistant. It's limited to only 700 pieces worldwide, and it can be yours for $3,300. Now for my personal opinion. I'm going to start off by saying this one surprised me in the best way. On paper, it sounds like a lot of watch, especially for my 6.5-inch wrist. On it though, the shorter lug-to-lug and the integrated bracelet really help it sit in place. You definitely feel that it's there, but in a good way. It has that full 70s energy with all the facets and the golden dial. And when the light hits those horizontal grooves, you really see why they went with the whole Tokyo Sunrise concept. The dial is honestly my favorite part. The mix of that gray outer ring with the golden center, the V at the 12, and that little V counterweight on the seconds hand just makes the whole thing feel thought out and cohesive. I also really like that they put lume on the markers and the hands. It keeps this from being just a pure dress piece that disappears when the lights go out. You can actually read it at night also, which is always a plus. The 8L45 movement showing through the back is a big deal too. Having a Grand Seiko style movement inside a King Seiko with a display back makes this feel special when you flip it over. And it's really nice to have that long 3-day power reserve on this, because that is a big upgrade over what they previously had, and it's great if you just want to put it down for a day or two and come back. If I'm nitpicking, the weight and the thickness are going to be a bit too much for people who are used to very slim dress watches, and the look here is not subtle. And this is definitely a statement piece. It has presence, color, and a lot of shine, and you have to be into that. But if you like 70s design, integrated steel cases, and the idea of a King Seiko powered by a high-end 8L movement with a limited run of only 700 pieces, this SLA089 is a really exciting option. It is one of those watches that you just put on just to try it, and then you realize that this is just a real lot of fun. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.